So somebody asked me the other day what my predictions are for 2026 for the construction infrastructure sector. So I thought I'd jump on a video and tell you. 2025 has been a brutal year for many businesses. We had a round of redundancies across many consultancy businesses. We sadly lost a lot of contractors. I actually think, if I'm honest, that we'll see some of that repeated in 2026. I still think certainly the consultancy market, which is where I specialise and where I'll speak mainly about, has still got some right sizing to do. I think some businesses frankly got a bit too fat post-COVID. Ever remember those boom years, 22, 23, where nothing could go wrong? Everything you touch seems to turn to gold. 24 started to get more difficult. 25, some of that came home to roost, unfortunately. And some businesses maybe have not had the right strategy, the right leadership, if I'm honest, and have maybe gone backwards. They've certainly had to make some redundancies, and I think some of them will continue that process. Equally, there are some absolutely amazing businesses that have done nothing but grow throughout 2025, and I think will continue to grow in 2026. As to what will be busy sector-wise, look, the darling of the industry, the data center market, I think will continue. There have been a few hiccups last year with a few of the large and tech giants maybe holding some of their delivery of data centers, but I think that's been around design more than anything else, so I see that kicking off once again. The sector that has really dragged the industry down is high-rise residential. I think that's going to bounce back now. I'm speaking to a lot of my clients in that space, and certainly the view is that we're going to start seeing a lot more projects get to Gateway 2 and then ultimately to what is at the moment still the mythical Gateway 3. We think we're going to see that. Certainly a lot of our clients in that space are sounding incredibly confident about the market. But equally, the commercial sector still seems very busy, both developer and occupier. Retail, bizarrely, is having a bit of a resurgence, both retail but retail leisure as well. The public sector, now there's the big question mark. Energy, of course, the spending energy is going to increase. We have to do. If we don't sort the grid out, we are going to be in trouble as a country. So I believe energy, actually both in the UK but internationally as well, is going to be a massive market. Defence too. Unfortunately, we live in uncertain times. It almost feels like we've had more geopolitical pressure globally than we have ever had in recent times. So I can see defence spend continuing to rise as well. Rail, I think it's going to be a hard year for the rail sector. I still think there's a lack of spending. As much as there are some announcements here and there, I'm not convinced the government really are invested as much as I would like to see. Utilities, particularly water, should be a sector that should be absolutely booming. What with the additional Ofwat sanctions investment, is the right word, not sanctions, investment, that allows the water companies to all send us bigger bills. The water sector should kick off. It's still a bit slow at the moment, but I can see it improving in 2026. So I think, in a general statement, I think there's going to be good activity in 2026. I can perceive it being a very good year for Pegasus. If it's a good year for what I do, then it's a good year for the industry as a whole. We are a great bellwether, a great barometer of the market. If our clients are busy recruiting, and the evidence so far in these first couple of weeks of January is they're very busy. I put a post out the other day on LinkedIn joking about my phone being like the bat phone, with clients ringing me desperate to recruit. So the first impressions look good. So if we're busy, generally it means the market is busy. Layered on top of all of that, the skills shortage is getting worse. The government still needs to sort out its policy around apprenticeships, because there are still not enough businesses, whether that be contractors or consultancies or end clients, investing sufficiently in new apprentices. Off the back of that, we have got an ageing demographic. I think I put some information out there a while ago about the average age of a chartered surveyor being in their 50s. We have got a massive issue. We need to get more people in the industry, but unfortunately we're seeing people retire. We're still seeing a massive brain drain from the UK. Individuals going to the likes of Saudi, other parts of the Gulf, the US, but on top of that, Australia, Asia, etc. There are a lot of people still leaving, particularly quantity surveyors. That's a real concern for me in the industry, and how we're going to deliver all the mass amount of work we've got going on. So that's the roundup. I'm not sure if that was useful at all, but I hope it helps. That's my view of what's to come in 2026. Overall, I think it should be a positive year for the industry. We do need the government to get their bleep together and get on with what they're doing. But generally speaking, I think it should be a good year for the industry. Let's hope so.